sing praises to your name. Oh Lord, praises to your name. Oh Lord, for your name is great and greatly to be praised. I sing praises to your name. Oh Lord, praises to your name. Oh Lord, for your name is great and greatly to be praised. I give glory to your name. Oh Lord, glory to your name. Oh Lord, for your name is great and greatly to be praised. I give glory to your name. Oh Lord, glory to your name. Oh Lord, for your name is great and greatly to be praised.
Dear friends, today let us discuss about the importance of prayer in our life. Prayer is a relationship with God who continually waits for our friendship. Catechism of the Catholic Church gives a beautiful definition for prayer. Prayer is turning the heart toward God. When a person prays, he enters into a living relationship with God. Through prayer, we try to know and discern the will of God. In this process of knowing God, we come to know ourselves better. We come to see the purpose for which we are created, how we are sustained by Him, and our final destination of being with Him forever. Our prayer moments are an expression of our dependence on God, who is our providential Father. Saint Augustine says, "Our hearts are restless until it rests in Thee." Prayer helps us to surrender our whole self and life situations to God, who is in control. A person who prays no longer lives for himself or herself and does not rely on one's own strength alone. He knows a God is present with him or her in his or her concrete life situation, who calls all those who are weak and heavy laden to His rest. Bible contains collections of various forms of prayers. We see several role models who set before us an excellent example for prayer life. In the Old Testament, we see the extraordinary model of faith and prayer life in Abraham's person. He listened to the word of God, was ready to abandon his homeland and relatives, and even to the extent of sacrificing his only son, interceding for Sodom, etc. The other significant example is the person of Moses. Lord gives him an experience in the burning bush. Then we see a fragile man becoming a great leader, liberator, and intercessor for Israel's people. He had a very personal and intimate relationship with God. He used to speak to God face to face, just like a friend. In the New Testament, we come across the prayer model of our Blessed Mother, who attuned herself to the will of God and gave her fiat to God with her unconditional faith. Her Magnificat can be considered as a magnificent expression of thanksgiving. At the wedding feast of Cana, we see her role as an intercessor, and it is further emphasized at the foot of the cross when she was commissioned by her Son as the mother of all his disciples. The best role model for our prayer life is Jesus himself. The Son of God and the second person of the Holy Trinity spent his quality time in prayer. In the Gospel, we see he prays early in the morning, at times late in the night. He prayed in the synagogue, prayed with his disciples when they were alone, and communicated with his Father before every miracle. Therefore, for Jesus, prayer was not a mean for seeking some special favors from the Father. Rather, it was a dialogue of love. Prayer revealed to him who he is and where does he belong. He enjoyed a constant union with God through means of prayer. The night before his trial was the most crucial moment of Jesus' life. He spent the night in prayer at Gethsemane. He too felt the reality of being fearful and fragile to accept his passion and death on the cross. He surrendered himself to the Father's will through his prayer. Not my will, but thy will be done. As a result, he was empowered and accepted his destiny wholeheartedly for the salvation of the entire cosmos. Like Jesus, we too are called to enter into this loving relationship with the Father. When disciples asked Jesus to teach them to pray, Jesus taught them Our Father, commonly known as the Lord's Prayer. It is a complete prayer. It is a revolutionary prayer because through this prayer, we address God as Father. This is the significance and uniqueness of this prayer. It contains the prayer of blessing, adoration, the prayer of petition, the prayer of intercession, the prayer of thanksgiving and peace. Our prayer life cannot be considered as a self-mastered art. It is a gift. The Spirit who dwells in us helps us to call God as Abba. Let us seek the assistance of the Spirit, the animating presence within us, so that we may grow in our relationship with God through the means of prayer.